Yeah. My father's going to go with me to my last consultation before the surgery. I want to make sure that he feels comfortable with the surgery that I'm about to embark on.
Good.
I'm here to see Dr. Moelleken.
Sure, right this way.
Okay.
Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Jim Doran.
Hi, Brian, how are you?
Good. That's good.
When we deal with reconstructive surgeries, we can never really attain perfection. We push as close as we can to getting the person back to a normal life, but often we cannot fully reconstruct them back to the way they were before. Now, what we're going to end up with, most likely, is a fine line with a nice contour underneath it. That's my goal. Now, we can never eliminate the scars completely, but we can make them a lot better. And the main thing I'm concerned about is the contour in that area, because it really, kind of shows up a little bit.
So approximately how long will this whole process take?
Well, I think the surgery itself will probably take 3 or 4 hours. After that, you'll be in the recovery room for about an hour and a half, and then Grandma can pick you up and stay with you. You don't need a nurse overnight. She'll be fine, and you'll be awake, and you really shouldn't be having much discomfort at all. So let's go in the exam room now, and let's take a close look at everything, and then we'll go through exactly what the surgical plan is, and we'll take a look at each of the areas that we're going to be working on. All right?
Okay.
Good.
Okay, good. Brian is really a very good candidate for reconstructive surgery. He's very realistic about what we can get out of the surgery. It works well, but it's not a miracle.
So this area here, we've got some loss of tissue underneath there. There's actually a three-dimensional problem, so we'll remove that portion of it, and then I think what we'll do is kind of treat this like 3 little flaps and push them all toward the middle so they all meet up. That'll be our main focus. Now the nose, I'd like to get that a little straighter here. It's been broken off in this direction, so we've got some fullness here, and what I'd like to do is realign the bones and just get them lined up a little bit better. And I'll also make your breathing better at the same time. Now, this scar is very typical for a tracheostomy. And can you swallow for me? Yeah, see how it's kind of tethered there? Swallow again. Yeah, so what we'll want to do is we'll want to release that scar, but also bring the deep tissues together like they were before this was made. And then hopefully we can, minimize that tethering effect.
Brian has a spot on the back of his head, which is basically a pressure point. And that comes from people who are in a coma for a long period of time in the hospital. So we're going to move the bottom tissues around a bit and then bring them together to restore, good covering so you won't have problems when you're older. And with any luck at all, we may not be able to see it at all. I'm hoping that when the scars are reduced, there will be a little bit less of a reminder of the accident for both of them and for the whole family. Good. All right. Well, I think that's the plan, basically. All right. But I think it should be pretty straightforward after this.
Okay, great.
Good deal. All right.
I think the consultation went very well in the fact that my father felt very comfortable with Dr. Moelleken.
That was real positive.
Yeah. And it made me feel comfortable.
I'm not really sure how I'm going to feel about Brian's new face. Whether he has the scars or he doesn't have the scars, it wouldn't change my feelings about him. But I think for Brian, it will change some of the ways that he perceives himself.
So what do you think of Dr. Moelleken?
Good guy. Yeah, very friendly. A lot of those doctors sometimes are pretty down to earth.
Yeah, he's a pretty good guy. I think he's pretty cool.
I thought he brought up a real good point about everyone's been asking me why you're having this done. And I really didn't have an answer for him. The answer that he gave made sense to me, but I didn't hear really from you. What are your feelings about this?
Well, I basically have almost the same thoughts. I think he got that answer from my answer originally. I just kind of want to put this all behind me. I kind of want to erase that part of my life.